I was saying, Jake LaMotta becomes middleweight champion, and he alienates his own closest friends, his wife and his brother, on the day that he becomes champion. He alienates both of them. He slaps his wife in the face, yelling at her, and he screams at his brother in a very threatening way. Well, my interpretation of that is that the brother and the wife had had sex. That's why they got that from him. They almost had sex many, many years ago when they were just kids. But now they've really had sex as adults. And that's why they have that Joey has that brawl in that bar. That guy who's trying to pick up his brother's wife, because it isn't just his brother's wife. It's like his girl as well. That's why he's so violently involved in that fracas that starts up. Okay, and he's saying to her, like she's his wife, no, what you're doing is wrong. Get your things together. We're leaving you right now, right? He's way more emotional than he would be. Okay? He would be, okay, have some drinks. You're just having drinks? All right, have the drinks. Nuh-uh. Because what's going on there is nonverbal antagonisms between him and this predator there who sees that he's had sex with this woman. Now, he's going to ride that same bus. You rode the bus? Let me ride. Let me get on a ride. That's what was happening. So that's why Joey was so violently angry at that guy who was trying to destroy him, right? Banging his head in between the car and the car door, and very violently went after that guy, okay? So Jake LaMotta is just as angry. That's what that's all about. It's all about nonverbal stuff going on. So, okay, I'm thinking about how he alienates these folks who are already alienated, so to speak, but, I don't want to go too deep into this, okay? This preacher out in Houston, who's the best Christian preacher around, in my opinion, he knows the scriptures, and he can explain them better than any Christian preacher I've ever heard outside of Northrop Frye, who was a what do they call this? A minister. What do they call that? I forget now. He was an ordained minister. Okay, Frye was. He didn't have a career doing that, but he could have. So anyway, nobody interprets scripture better than Northrop Frye, okay? Secondly, but Northrop Frye wasn't doing it for a congregation. As I was saying, Northrop Frye was not interpreting scriptures for a congregation. She had a completely different view of scriptures than this preacher out in Houston, who does have a congregation, and he's serving the needs of that congregation, different needs than literary critics, which was the audience for Northrop Frye. Okay, this preacher out in Houston, I forget his name now. I went to see him in person, and I got to say I was disappointed, not in him really, but in the people around him. He had these security guards. You never see these when you're seeing him on TV, but you go there to his, what do you call that? His meeting house, and there's these really threatening, but they're like security guards for him, spaced all around the place, and they're looking at me like, my God, they're going to lunge at me. So I said, man, I don't like this at all. So I liked him, but when I got there and saw what was going on in person, I didn't like it. I didn't like what I saw. And I was on the way to converting to Judaism and didn't know it, but I went there thinking I liked this guy, but when I got there, I just said, no, I don't like it. Now, he was saying, he still has good things to say, in spite of that, right? And one of the things he said was, a friend, how? friend is not just somebody there when you fail. It's easy to find people who are gonna, too bad, huh? Yeah, you screwed up. Oh, I did that one. Yeah, that's too bad. They're gonna be with you when you screw up, but when you succeed, you have a success. Are they there with you then? Are they gonna celebrate your success, or are they suddenly, I'm busy or something? Or, no, oh, that's great. They're not happy about you succeeding. Hey, you did it, man. Great. Let's go celebrate. That's a friend. But if the person's not doing that, you don't have a friend. That person is not a friend of yours. I thought that was great. I think that was the best one. It doesn't coincide completely with how I define friendship, but it's one of the qualities of a friend that I would say is absolutely true about a friend. And he nailed it. He nailed it right there. A friend will celebrate with you, which is why, you're in your family and your mother is going to celebrate your birthday. Wow. Well, she wants to celebrate you, right? She's your friend. But if she doesn't, she's not your friend. It's that simple. Okay, so what's happening there in that movie, right? He's really at a point where they should the brother and the wife should be, Jake, I hope you do it, man. We're rooting for you. Get in there, give it your best. But they're not doing that. They're talking trivial stuff like his wife is not in a good mood. She says, I'll have a piece of cake. What's this mood she's in? This is inappropriate. To somebody who's going to go for the world championship as a middleweight boxer? This is appropriate? I'll have a piece of cake. This is a big day for this guy. And for her too. And it's a big day for his brother who's been with him through thick and thin. Through every fight in his corner with him. And he's not there either. He's not there with his brother either. Neither of them expecting him to win almost. No one's expecting it's just another fight and I guess he's going to lose. So were they his friends? No, they weren't. The wife and the brother were not his friends. The brother was apparently jealous of him, which is why he went and had sex with his wife. And the wife was unhappy with him for whatever reason. So he was an abusive man, you can see. Further on in the movie, he beats his wife, and he slaps her there. He slaps her in the face right there. Now, that's out of line. You don't do that. So I'm just saying that you can see there what was going on among those members of that inner circle there of a world-class boxer. He didn't have it. Now, I'm suddenly thinking about Bishuasi. She's world-class too. She's a world-class meteorologist. Does she have people in her corner celebrating her, or are they, oh, well, it's too bad you're getting fired. You're making signs while giving your report. They're not saying, there's this guy who's made 500 videos for you, and he's head over heels. Wow, Bishuasi. This guy's absolutely in love with you. Isn't that neat? I don't think she's got anybody in her corner at all. She doesn't have any friends. And for that matter, I don't either, but it's not because we're not good folks. She and I, we're good folks. It's just that that's a whole nother story why we're in the awful position we're in at this point in our life. We're going to get out of these positions. We are. So, there's just some of my thoughts this morning. It's, I think it's Friday, the 19th of September 2025, and right now it's 9:28 a.m.